Should you keep a food journal? And if so, what should this food journal look like? Food journals are and can be a really valuable tool to have to help you cultivate more awareness and also a stronger and better mind-body connection to really see how foods are working or not working for your unique body. And again, there is so much information available online about what to eat, when to eat, how to eat. And what's truly transformative is learning what's aligned with your own individual needs and with your own physical body. So by developing more awareness, mindfulness with your body through a journal practice, it can really help you make the best possible choices based on what works for your body and also what feels right versus following a one-size-fits-all plan or any of those general recommendations that you see online. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things to jot down in a food journal and what to look for in order to make choices that better align with not only your wellness vision and the things that are really supporting your body's needs, but also things that make you feel great. As registered dietitians, we are taught all about the many variations of a food journal. There is a lot of options actually when we think about it, from a 24-hour recall to quickly assess what our clients eat in a day-to-day, to a 5-day food journal to give us a little bit more of a solid snapshot of what a typical week might look like in terms of meal patterns. And also there are, of course, more specialized approaches that we may leverage for things like managing a health condition or a specific food intolerance or food allergy for that client. After almost a decade of coaching women one-on-one, applying the science of nutrition with these, of course, these common dietetic practices of food journaling mixed with my unique factor of really celebrating the art of healthy living, I've come up with an interesting food journaling system that I teach inside my program, the Method membership, and also with all of my clients that really combines all of these aspects to really create a strong tool to use when you need guidance on what to eat, when, and also what not to eat. You guys know my work at Nutrition Stripped. We don't have a list of can and cannot, or clean or dirty, or good or bad, healthy, unhealthy foods because, again, most of the foods can and should fit into your lifestyle in some way or another, with, again, some special exceptions if there are health conditions, food allergies, or any intolerances involved. But knowing what's working for your physical body and what might not be working as well will give you incredible insight, and again, it helps build that mind-body connection. So with that being said, food journaling isn't for everyone, and that is okay. If you have a past with eating disorders or disordered eating behaviors, then I want you to skip on food-specific journals or exercises unless you're really working with a registered dietitian one-on-one who's also strategically working with you on cultivating a more positive and a healthier relationship with food. So again, if that's in your past or your current, just skip this. Also, I want you to skip food journaling at any time if it becomes obsessive or it significantly alters your mental, your emotional state, and makes your relationship with food stressful and a little bit out of balance. I also don't use this practice if you're, recording the same exact meals day in and day out. This can lead to potential disordered eating habits and control. So it's really important you get honest with yourself and see where you fall on this spectrum. The goal of keeping a food journal isn't to track calories to see how good or how bad you are being in a day. Remember, your self-worth has nothing to do and it's not tied with the food that you're eating. So you can't really be graded on how well or bad you're nourishing your physical body. The purpose of a food journal is to develop the awareness around what foods that make you feel your best, whether you're not getting all the nutrients you need or you're not eating enough, to the habits that you have around your meal times. Like, are you eating really rushed or are you mindfully taking a moment? The goal is to have a couple moments when you can look back on through your day or even your week and think, I never noticed that before. Or now I see why my energies feel really, really low in the afternoon. It gives you that valuable insight. So when you're using a food journal, I want you to write down these 3 things after each meal or as much as you can. It'll give you some good awareness. Number 1, what did you eat? Simply write down the types of foods that you ate so that you can put that on your reflective journal. Number 2, where did you eat it? Were you at a table? Were you enjoying your meal mindfully? Were you in the car? Were you in front of your TV looking at your phone? Number 3, how did you feel afterwards? Were you full or were you still hungry? Did you crash a couple hours later, or did you feel really well nourished and like your energy was sustained? With your awareness around these types of things, through these 3 questions, there are those 2 areas where you can really play detective and make those choices that work for your body. So here are the 2 areas. First, I want you to see if you can determine if you're eating nutritious foods throughout the day. It's a really simple question to be able to look back at your day or your week, and you can start to notice if you've had a balance of protein, you've had enough healthy fats, non-starchy carbohydrates, starchy carbohydrates, veggies at every meal, enjoyable things like condiments and spices and herbs. This is a really simple check-in point to see if you're just getting some basic nutrients in a wide variety throughout your day and also throughout your week. And you're also bringing some attention to where you might need to focus a little bit more on. So for example, if you're running out of the door in the morning and you're grabbing a piece of buttered toast, you may look for other to-go options that have a little bit more of those balanced macronutrients, like some protein, healthy fat, veggies, so that you have a really balanced meal to start off your day. So that alone can really give you that insight. And the second thing you can bring awareness to when you're using a food journal and you're using this practice is your different patterns, like your actual patterns behind and your behaviors behind each meal. So these patterns or behaviors might look like you skip drinking water until the afternoon, or maybe you feel much fuller if you have healthy fats like nuts, seeds, olive oil, or avocado with your lunch meal. Or maybe you realize that you didn't eat a lot of veggies in the morning, or that you watch TV and you kind of distractedly snack at the evening hours. Or maybe you feel really energized throughout the day after you've had a smoothie for breakfast. Or you're stressed at 3 p.m. at work and you immediately go for coffee and chocolate to kind of keep up with the day. All of these are fantastic insights and data so that you can use it on a basic level to assess where you want to create new practices or where you might need to pivot some current behaviors so that they actually support your long-term health. And the more you treat it as a journal, which includes that subjective and that qualitative data like a true journal entry does, where you touch on the emotions, you touch on the feelings, it can really give you strong insight about what might be causing or triggering a behavior or why you're choosing this food over another in that moment. So it can give you some really amazing insight. And with that information, then you can see what type of changes you want to make. And you can seek out the resources, the support, the tools that can really help you navigate it specifically for you with some really solid information to present to the table. And keep in mind that you don't need to keep a journal for the rest of your life. You don't have to keep it every day. You can try it for a week and just look at the insight it gives you. And remember, it's meant to be a tool. And it's meant to be a tool that helps you build this mind-body connection, bring awareness to the choices and to the actions that you're taking. And once you develop that muscle a little bit more by writing these things down, by reflecting, by being honest about it, it really becomes so much easier for you to check in with yourself throughout the day, also throughout the week, without even needing to journal it at all. So along with keeping a food journal, I want you to download my free guide for creating healthy habits with ease, where I walk you through my entire process for how you can make these changes and how you can make these habits stick with you for your entire life that actually support your wellness vision.